When Frieren first came out, I was surprised at how popular it became. It was a very slow-paced story that takes its time with character development, not so quick to throw you into any action, as well as having a very monotone main character. And in the age that is ruled by the TikTok brain, which many try to cater to, I would have considered Frieren to be watched by only a few. I would say it's not too plot heavy, but very character driven, to the point I even forgotten what the main meta plot was. Each episode peels back a layer while also adding a layer to these characters. Even certain episodes, when we get introduced to a new one, they still make such an impact within the few episodes they are in. One episode that comes to mind is when a priest joins the group and is met with a task to take on this flower demon or beast who puts everyone in a slumber except for him. And Frieren, before falling asleep, simply tells him, just wake her up with his wake up spell and she'll take care of it, which puzzles him because they'll only have a 5-second window once she's awake to take this demon out. And like any human, you'll feel doubt like, surely she doesn't think it'll be that simple. We don't even have a game plan. We didn't communicate our strategy. I don't even know this monster's weakness. And this whole scene revolves around the idea of trust. It shows the difference in the two species of elves and humans. With humans, it's more complicated. Sometimes we're too quick to trust or too slow to trust. It can get muddy in between the two extremes as well.
だから私は彼女の言葉を信じることにしました。彼女は魔王を必ず倒すと言いました。私はその言葉を信じたんですよ。言葉を信じるか。
While Frieren, being an elf species fully ruled by logic, in her mind she thinks, why would I say something and not mean it? And when he finally decides to place his trust in her and wakes her up, before he can even utter a sentence, she's defeated the beast in a split second, causing a shocked expression on his face.
Frieren!
With Frieren having her typical blank expressions, simply saying, got it. And this scene made me fall in love with this story even more. Now maybe I'm hyping it up too much and may be trivial to other viewers, but for some reason it sticks out to me, giving me one of those moments where I think to myself, damn, this is a good story. These characters are fascinating to watch. Because while it's not filled with too much action, when it chooses to deliver it, there's development and growth still being had between the characters, where they learn more about themselves and each other as well. There's another scene that's a favorite of mine as well, where Fern pushes Frieren to wake up early, which is humor in itself, to catch the view of a sunrise a town is known for having. And in Frieren's world, she doesn't see the point of it. In her lifetime, she's seen 1,000 sunrises and doesn't understand why humans are captivated by something so trivial. But after Himmel's death, she's made a promise to try to understand the human experience more. Because when watching Shooting Stars decades ago, seeing Himmel admire the view, she states the view isn't even that good, unable to see why someone would be in such awe of it. While Himmel saying with a smile, knowing Frieren's nature, don't spoil the mood.
街中だと見えにくいね。人が感動しているんだ。空気を読みたまえ。
And in present day, when she watches the sunrise with Fern, she almost has the same reaction of not getting the hype about it. But when she sees Fern's reaction, being in awe of it, smiling, she has a moment of understanding that I interpret as she realizes it's not about the view itself necessarily, but who you're with while experiencing it. Learn to live and be in the moment and appreciate what's in front of you while you have it with the company of those around you. That's what makes this special, and there's so much character development that happens within this one scene.
フリーレン様、とても綺麗ですね。そうかな。ただの日の出だよ。でもフリーレン様、少し楽しそうです。フェルンが笑っていたから。私一人じゃこの日の出は見れなかったな。
And in Frieren, the story has moments like this with many other characters, moments of introspection, self-reflecting, and overall growth that's gradual and not exponential. And I think it takes an exceptional writer and directing to pull that off. A lot of times when you give many characters too much shine or screen time, it fragments the story and plot and causes it to drag on needlessly and makes it bloated, but Frieren does it well. And on top of having so many deep and existential moments, Frieren is just funny to watch. As much as she is monotone as a character, she's very quirky at times. Her affinity for grimoires, which gets her caught up in treasure chests, getting the best of her more than often, which serves as a flawed guilty pleasure that goes against her logical nature. No matter how many times she's fooled and captured by one, she always believes this is the time when her curious whims will be fulfilled.
やっぱりそうだ。この中身は貴重な魔導書だよ。怖いよー！怖いよー！暗い！怖い！暗いよ！
Her implied jealousy towards Fern's busty size is good comic relief, making her feel less in comparison, like why can't that be me? And one scene that's so hilarious in a subtle way is when Frieren is embraced by this other mage with a nice bust size too, to see if she is vulnerable to hypnosis spells. And Frieren, being the carefree character she is distracted by how nice she smells.
高速魔法が通用しませんね。いい匂い。
So hypnosis doesn't work, but a feminine scent distracts her easily, and the typical anime pouting face from Fern just tops it off.
防御が破れません。おらおら。
All of this helps with giving a story its personality. Subtle moments like these is what adds up to make the foundation of a story enjoyable to watch. Moments like these, along with scenes like the sunrise, stand out to me, which is why I don't understand those who watch anime or any story in whatever time speed they choose to. You miss out on truly experiencing this journey as you watch, something that's core to what Frieren herself is trying to understand as well. Be in the moment, don't be in so much of a rush, don't be dismissive with the only goal to finish something just to move on to the next. Enjoy these characters like you're on the journey with them, not just from the main cast but all of them, who are very interesting with their own backstories, powers, interactions within this story. Shout out Ubel, who is very fun to watch. Untrustworthy, yes, but she is still fun, maybe due to her demeanor and unpredictable nature. She doesn't smile, but she smirks with a sinister look, and I love her partnership with the guy who's a master of illusions. Her playful nature mixed with his serious nature makes for an even more fun watch. But that's all I have for this video. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. I'm definitely looking forward to season 2. Hopefully the people who get outraged that demons are an unredeemable species in this world will stop bitching that they aren't benevolent as they want them to be, which is something I appreciate about this story. It doesn't follow a typical trope with the sympathetic villain, which there's nothing inherently wrong with it, though it is much of a trend nowadays. But I love how this offers a different dynamic that really highlights human suicidal compassion and Frieren's superior logical nature, themes that play out well in this story. Also, if you haven't checked out my music, links in the description. If you love those Samurai Champloo, lo-fi boom bad vibes, then my music is definitely for you. And if you want to support me and the content I create, consider joining my channel. Becoming a member is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Free think. Peace.